Hello. That's very noisy. This is Gleba. This is Gleba. Hypataka Zero. We're watching each other stream. I have a base in Fulgara that does a lot of recycling. It's starting to run low on resources delivery time, but it's not going to run out. Volcanus has a good amount of stuff, although this hasn't gone down much. I should have marked how much it had originally so I could chart. I'm still in pretty good shape though. I'm really happy with how things turned out there. I need to set up a ship that carries my green belt. As a matter of fact, this is the Fulgara up there. This is the Volcanus ship. And we're gonna add a section called belts. Do you have room for belts? No, you have some room. You just carry so much stuff. You're a busy puppy. I'd rather. So a row we're gonna have some amount of green belt. Right. A row is 700 and 150, and by a row I mean that's 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's how I want that. But I don't think that's going to be enough to be worth my time. So if I double these, I've got room for 1, 2, 3, 4 rows essentially without getting an error. So this is going to be 3,000, 500, and 200. So next time it goes back, it's got to get fuel, and then it'll head back. I don't think I've ever pulled any of these off, but yeah, I should be able to fit that there, no problem. Hello, West dude.
Yo.
Alright, and then Novice. I've got some bugs starting to encroach from the south, but I don't have a way to kill them because I didn't bring down Artie. I didn't set up Artie. I didn't build Artie. So I will eventually. But I'm just sipping resources here, and I resist upgrading all of this. It's all old tech. It's all old design. It's my initial starter design, and I am resisting rebuilding it. I've cleared all this space and set it up so that in the future, I can do a base 2 up here that's like this. It's a rail-based solution. Something here is going to go here. Something like this is going to go here. And it will be what launches my rockets, and this will only get me bots. But first I want to get through the game, and then I'll go back and start doing blueprints on those things. So for this, I have some rocket fuel being made just to stop me from running out of power. So I am inefficiently using this. So what we're going to do is turn this down. And I think we're just going to turn it into this. And then you are going to go to 12,000. Or maybe we'll decrease this. So we'll be burning we'll be burning compost, spoilage, same thing, faster this way. You know what? I'm just gonna not do this because it's gonna cause me problems. Don't hit the engine. Oh no. So you're still at Novice. You're working on gaining fuel. But you should be willing to get a rocket launch. Alright, well, let's stop you temporarily. And then we should get a rocket launch. Something's wrong there. I don't know why it's not sending. And I've got a request. It's got room. It's got these in it. So you don't like all of this anymore. Hello, serial dead dad, dude. Alright, well, I did all that. Now let's get on with this. How's power? Because we've had power problems recently. Yeah, they're bells. So I've got this artificially burning jelly, but only so that I could build up this. So now I need to look. Yeah, I've got 50 here, so I can make a dream happen. So we'll be short on this for a little while. So maybe when I get my next level, I'll get that. So yeah, it's going to leave me short for a little while, but then I can stop burning jelly, because I'll start making jelly from other things. So this is not the most efficient, but it completed this rectangle of this very large patch of iron. This one's super good. I mean, it's all of them, right? Alright, so now I need to get rocket fuel. I've already got blue chips taken care of. They're right here. I need to get rocket fuel. Now, the thing of it is that this is making pathetic amounts of rocket fuel, 26. It's slightly over on everything, so I want to put down a couple of speed beacons. A couple of beacons. Here to feed this and see how it does to get this up higher. I mean, it's nice that this fits in here, but it kind of buggers me because if I had put a beacon here, I would have better results. But I also don't have beacons. So I need to make the beacons. I am making the speed modules, but I'm making them in this. I don't think this can make beacons. Oh, it can make beacons. Okay, good.
Fuck off!
Hey now. But we're gonna go with 10. I got dinged on that one, dead. So I gotta shorten that one. YouTube wanted that one to be muted, so in my videos where that gets played, I have to go back and let it mute that redeemer for now. But that's alright. This is a very long. Oh, let's look at that. So these are in the exact opposite spots, but because plastic is shared and iron is not. I was just thinking, is there a way I could get iron through here? I could get iron through here, but Wagonera, welcome. I am warming to Gleba. Oh, thank you for the follow. That's cool. I appreciate it. I mean, here's an example of a self-contained blue chip assembler on Gleba. I could do this better, I think, but not much. Not much. It's not totally self-contained because the nutrients aren't here, right? And for the nutrients to be here, I'd have to have the bioflux here, and blah blah blah. So I've got the bioflux being made here essentially. I've got the nutrients being made here essentially. Good buddy Pataka, who I'm watching here on the side, you should go check him out. He does a different design where he puts the nutrients assembler in the middle of everything, so he doesn't have a 4-way design, he has a 5-way design. So he's got one in the middle, and that's supplying nutrients to the others. What I'm trying to do is avoid a belt-based solution, but also avoid a ton of spoilage. And so, and it's interesting that this is disabled because I've disabled it, and because it's disabled, these are not available for pickup at all. It won't even come get those, which is not how I wanted this to work, but it's weird. I don't like this design. At the very least, I want to rotate it. I want to do something different with it. But it kind of works right now. But I also don't want to run long belts on this. You know, it's like, oh, you could just have one thing and then just have it run along the belt. But then the belts collect spoilage, and I've got to have a filter for removing spoilage from the belt. And then that's a whole bunch of UPS updates, which I don't want to deal with either. So yeah, and I went with bots on all of my off-worlds. I'll eventually move to bots. I'll move to a hybrid like this. Right? So this is a bot, and mind you, my motto is belts rule, bots drool. But you know, the way they've designed this is that you really don't have a choice. So copper is going down. So everything here is capped at 10K, and on Volcanus, it's a hybrid in that it uses belts to move things, but once they're in place, then it starts using bots. So I will re-engineer all of this eventually to look like my other designs. That is a hybrid where I move things in, pre-process them, process them, and then deliver them. And then I'll release those blueprints. But for now, see, the thing I don't like here is that I've got a bunch of essentially sequestered iron here. But as soon as this iron, because it's reading this iron, it's not reading itself, it's only reading here. And as soon as this iron becomes this one becomes empty, what's going to happen is this will turn on and then these will move to trash. So I'm not going real heavy with this right now, so there's not a lot of iron being used. So, you know, it's kind of trickling through. I'm going to end up needing another one of these, I'm pretty sure, because once I start creating LDS, which needs a lot of copper, then so what I'd like to do, if I put you here, I would have loved to have been able to put, and I can't. I would love to have been able to put a beacon on red, because that's where it's needed. I don't need to beaconize sulfur. It's not going to make any difference. I'd love to actually be able to have been able to put it right here. And that's where I want my beacon. But then I've got to do something weird here. Well, first off, let's see if this gets me to anything better. Alright, so if I take just this half, and then I do it again, okay, so now I'm at 66, so that is a desirable number. But am I now overextending things? Do I now have way too much? Because you guys just don't produce enough. And I'm really tempted to re-engineer this to be able to, you know, I need to be able to get a beacon here. Because I need more red. Oh, and I got a bonus one. So now when I look at this, I'm not making enough copper because I don't have enough red. Okay, so now I absolutely have to redesign this. So let's take this off grid and then re-engineer it. Where am I? Off my box. Clean this garbage so I can see. Alright, so this is kind of self-contained. Let's put a beacon down and then put modules in it so that I can copy it. Hi, Mucky. If we got some time off over the upcoming Christmas, maybe we can get together and dual stream then. Can I squeeze this here? So what's going on is that's got to feed that and that's got to feed that. Let me get my character out of the way. You don't support moving. Oh, because you've got to feed this. Well, this now works, doesn't it? So if I do this instead of that, I'll take that ugliness. And the only other things I'd love to be able to do on this design is I wouldn't mind having fewer iron requesters, but I don't see a way, because this will reach to here. So unless I do something like this, skip over that and then come out here and down, right? And then I still can't get to here because I've got this requester here right in the middle. And these are nestled in here quite nicely. I don't like him sticking out there. I can't do that there. Now I could switch you to the long-handed inserter and then put, because if I have one output here and one input here, then I wouldn't need this sticking out like that. So if I moved you here and I replaced you with the long-handed, and then I replaced you with the long-handed and had you together and grab, right? Then it puts it in more nicely. Again, I don't have a way to, because this is iron and this is iron, and I think this is iron. Yeah. I don't have a way to do anything else. Now, if I took the iron out of that, oh, this iron doesn't reach anymore. Well, it's a good thing I was looking at that, because now this iron doesn't reach. And it's not that important that it be balanced, but it would have been nice. Could also, because I need to build multiples of these, right? And so these are going to fit in these grid slots. So of course there's always the question of, how do I get this to nestle into the grid so that I can get more of them? Okay. So if I can keep it all inside of the 4x4 grid like this, which I cannot, but it would have been nice to try. So that lines up, but it extends there, so I can't make it shorter. Alright, so we're already going to be over by 1. And that's the iron. Now if I rotate this, so that I bring the water in, then that would go there. I don't have a way to get the that there. Man, I love being able to flip designs like this. It's so good. Get my character out of the way. So what I was thinking is that if I do this, and then I can eliminate this pipe, I can move this in one more. Right? But I don't have a way to get this here with that work and then have this. Alright, so if I move you here, because I've already got to move you there. And then I move you here, because I've already got you there. If I flip you, I can do that. And then sorry, I'm a bit clumsy here.
You're unbelievable.
Oh, I like him. Hello, like him. So it's not as balanced as it used to be, but what are you requesting? You're my iron supply that has to feed this. Well, I think I can move this down one, move this down one. I swear the selection box is bigger. And by the way, we tested it, the selection box is bigger. So if this is here, and this is here, and then this doesn't reach anymore, it has to be one of these. But that gets us inside this 4x4 footprint almost fully. The only exception is this. I don't have a way of getting around that. I would have to move you up. But what I could do when it comes to tiling this is that I could offset this. I could flip it. Nope. Still wouldn't fit. So I kind of need to get you inside there. To get you inside there, I would have to move all of this. I'd have to move all of this up, which then this doesn't feed that, and then it all falls apart. So I'm just sitting here looking at whether or not I can pull this up. It would be unbalanced, but this is an artificial constraint. I could technically get rid of something like this, whatever. I could do that. Oh, please tell me this reaches. Yes, it does. Okay. So I don't care that the beacon is affecting these 3. What I care about is that the beacon is affecting these 4. Yeah, I hear my government says they're going to change that next year. But then again, I've heard that for decades, right? Well, it's exceeding half of the power pole there, and it's exceeding half of the power pole there, so it can't tile next to each other. The only thing I could do is remove and then put power somewhere else. Hello, smoking? Oh, I just had a delivery. I gotta go pick that off my porch. One moment. So, what was just delivered is a new cable box because I supposedly am going to be able to get 1 gig download with this new cable box to my current provider. That would be interesting. And it was no pay, no price difference for like 6 months or something. So that's nice. All right, so I think I'm obsessing too much about trying to optimize this more. I just need to build this and then see if I've screwed myself on the green chips. Let's see what force build does here. Hey, smoke it. No, but I'll be able to host people. All right. Let's just delete all this. I'll be able to do multiplayer better. Yeah, I used to have a pipe thing here that I really like. There it is. Well, this is no longer accurate. Because this is designed to be in between the power poles. But it's not how it works anymore. Because power poles now go... Because this was tileable between power poles. And it's not anymore. So let's see if I can redesign this. The goal is that when I do that and then I flip it, they don't move. Might not be doable anymore. Oh, there it is. It's doable. Yep, tiling works. I don't want it to be too high though. I want that tiling to only be 1. That way I can put a pair of them between. Okay, so while that gets rebuilt. Oh. It can't go there because I did that. That's why I moved it away. So it can't go in a spot where I've got... Ugh! So it can't tile vertically at all. I'll have to solve that problem some other day. Man. This doesn't work at all. Alright, we're gonna only allow you to run if this is greater than 10, so that I always have 10 of those. That way, I keep a small supply. I know that's limiting it too, but it's not letting it happen. Because this is not it. Wait, why are you still running? Oh, fuck. That isn't necessary. That's a lot of speed modules. Alright, so one important check. I don't have enough green anymore. If I take all of these out... Where am I standing? I seem slow. still short by a little bit. A little bit. Alrighty. So we'll start by putting in a speed module. Alright, so that takes care of that, and I'm way over on it. So I want to find the balance between how many of these can I support, and how many speed modules does it take to go over that. So now I'm barely too slow. So I'm just going to use level 2s. It's easier and I don't care. So now copper is way over, but not over by a ton. I'm fine with that. Now I got to do the same thing with green. So let's get these out of my way because I keep grabbing them. Let's start by putting a speed module in each green. Still under, but not by much. I'm willing to bet this is going to satisfy it. And now I'm under by copper. But green is over by a good amount. So if I slow down green by doing this, does green go down below its threshold? No, but copper is just a hair too slow. So what we're going to do on copper is we're going to swap this for this. And copper is now going to be, again, too much, but it's still too much by less than one machine. So there we go. I have now tripled my blues. Has it been tripled? Yeah. Well, okay. So I went from 26 to 66. So 2.5 times more with one beacon. I'm okay with that because I was. By the way, that's why I was always hurting for red, is because this thing was sucking up all my red because it... the other thing is that jelly gives you a speed burst, right? So, I'm just wasting jelly there. Why not give me a global hotkey that lets me eat jelly? Anybody want to write a mod? Give me a button here that is always on this, that is eat jelly and eat the other fruit that lets me, so that I don't have to put it on every one of my hot bars, and it doesn't matter which hot bar I'm on. I can hit that hotkey whatever it is, to eat jelly all the time. So it's in my, whatever this dock is. Next time I see Code Green, I'm going to ask him about that. Okay, so this is not working yet because how is this thing even running without any sulfuric acid? Oh, you just requested all the ones that were over there. Oh, you're not disabled. You're not correct. Okay, well, you're supposed to stop working when there's... And you're just supposed to keep running? Yeah, I've got you throttled this way. Because that's going to be 2,000. I've got you throttled this way. Because that's going to be 2,000. I'm pretty happy with this. Now, if I take this and I flip it to here, it obviously doesn't fit. If I move the whole thing over one so it extends over there, then I can do that. And I am going to do that. Wow, that actually fits. Damn it. Stop moving. No, it doesn't fit. Holy shit, I don't know about why. Can't see anything. Well, I am just a klutz this morning, evening, afternoon, whatever the fuck it is. Good thing I'm not a speedrunner right now. So I did all of that in the hopes that I could do something like this, but I really need to put the radar down there. So what's colliding there is the output of the green circuits that I arbitrarily moved to that side. And we now have over 100 blue circuits per minute. In a relatively tileable design. I don't love this design, but it is usable. This is a little more compact, although it's missing 2 beacons. Now, normally, I would want to put the rocket silos close to where all the action is. The problem is that they are so effing loud in this release that I don't want to be anywhere near them. Now I'm going to get complaints about other things. Now these should be getting made. What don't you have? Steel now. That's my way of saying I don't. These are parameters. I gotta do the parameter thing, but Oh, excellent. That's how that works, huh? Okay, cool. I have to make 4 rocket silos. Oh, I can stop burning jelly now. Well, YouTube is telling me that I have no data from my stream, which is weird. Unless I'm now offline, which it doesn't look like it. Okay, I'm back. All right. This was. So I don't have enough Yumoko mash. Really? Who from? I don't see anything. Why would something have come and hurt this? How do I make lasers? Lasers need batteries. How do I make batteries? Batteries need sulfuric acid. So that has to be made on site. I need sticks for this, and I forgot that sticks are not in this network. Don't want to make sticks. Lasers, battery. I don't have concrete being made. I don't want to stare at this all day, but I guess I'm just going to have to live with it being here. So that's 4 rocket silos, and it has bacons. That way I can delete these. Now I can focus on lasers because I need lasers in order to be able to replace these turrets so that I can I'm not going to persist this design, that's for sure, but see, now I've got a lot more space to play with here where I've got no to be honest, I like the other design better, but that's the way it is. Works out to the same, huh? I mean, you gotta have a pipe there anyhow. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the batteries down here, where all of these resources are. I'm gonna make the batteries down here. So I've got a bunch of other resources down here. And I've got water. Interestingly enough, it doesn't fit. It's here. That could be made in the cryogenic plant, which I have none. I don't like this idea. I don't want to just jam it in there. If I run out of power, I'll end up moving these. Just occurred to me, hey look, a distraction, squirrel. You are going to be requesting these fruits. Now I think you guys who harvest that fruit, you're set for 500. So how it's possible I've got 800 in my network, 1,000 in my network, I don't know. Because how are they getting produced? I mean, you can't be working. But I see them right here. So there's no way you're harvesting any of these, right? And you are all set to maximum of 500. Well, that explains this. I must need to put some radar out here or something. There must be a new nest out here. Well, it's good luck on my part. Good timing. I do like that RoboPorts have radar. I really, really like that. That's nice. Yep, there they are. Okay. Let's put down some artillery and get that blown up. I'll deal with that later. So, I want to make batteries down here because they need primarily a sweet roll. Captain, my captain. Oh, I know what happens. Okay, okay. Because when that drops below, when that drops below 500, these things all release. They harvest, right? So this drops below 500, they harvest, and then they release hundreds of these things. And that causes an over... Well, sweet roll, you'll get the hang of it. If you can handle Factorio 1.1, you can handle Factorio 2.0. It's just a learning. By the time you get to Gleba, you will have those skills that you need. Okay, so this is reserved for that. This is reserved for that. This is reserved for that. I'm going to put the batteries right here. And you know what? We're gonna turn this group off. That way. I can do this with relative impunity. Interesting that you are both green, but you... Oh, because you say no nutrients. Oh, that's funny, because you're immediately a fail. Okay, I don't even like this design. It's not close to compact enough. Terrible design. Question becomes, if I use enough speed modules and prod modules, can I get this down? Can I get this funky? The answer is yes. Because if I use nothing here and nothing here, it's 2 to 1, right? Yeah. I don't really care about the resources I'm using, to be honest. Modules are more expensive. That didn't really do much. Plus 132. Okay. $42, now plus 18. So that's about the best balance I'm gonna get. Okay. You need iron, and you'll get sulfur, and you'll get water. I'm running low on power. Looks like I need to move all of this so that I can have more power. So I might as well just prep for that. We need nutrients, which are over here. So if I take these and start moving them up here instead of there, because I'm not necessarily going to use that, but I want to use this for these. I don't want that spot taken up. Okay. I want to use this space for these things. And I think I want to move this over. So what's going on here is that this is not set correctly. So you should only request so I'm going to have you disabled if there are eggs in there. Right. I'm going to go over and kill this. Hey, Bob.
Yo.
Actually, what I need to do is have it here. Excellent. Once you're done processing these eggs, I will move you out of here. Good. That is the book, Bob. Well, you can also look up this thing called rucksacking. That will help you. That will help you build strength for that type of situation. Okay, so these all need to move. And so I was kind of clearing space for them. Right around here. I was going to go with here and here. Interesting that you have prod mods. Why do I bother with prod mods here? I get free shit. Okay, well. You are going to go here. And then this is going to go here. Once that gets placed, I'll delete this. And I will move all of these here. And that's a lot of seeds. I'm going to end up with too much seeds, aren't I? Yep. Are they burnable? You are at network 842. You are at network 842. 842. 842. Yeah, the other thing, Pony, is that the sweat weighs. And its external weight. So on these, I don't really care about the fuel, about this. I just need to get rid of these things. I don't care about the circuit network. Really. All I know is I have too much of this stuff and I need to burn it. Now, I could... Hi, lone boy. Well, I hope it gets a little better for you, buddy. I could say that you don't request unless that's Steam's amount, over a certain amount, but I don't care about the Steam. I just care about getting rid of excess. So a little bit of these jelly nuts and these other nuts can sit here. And then if I get too many, then it'll just throw them away. And you're looking at this. This part is tileable. Oh. Let's put you two together. I allowed that to throw that off. You're not up to speed yet, but why are you complaining about no fuel? So now I'm going to tear all this out, and I'm going to replace it with what I just built. Then I'm going to redesign this so that it's more tileable. I'm going to put you right here. Then this is tileable. visitors. We're gonna give another shout out to Taka Zero. Hope you had a good stream. I'm jealous of how good you are at this game, but that's okay. I'll get over it. Someday. Maybe. Alright, so we're going to tear all this down and replace it. With this. Losing Your Mind in Aquilo. Sounds like a book. I just screwed something up. Or did I? Is there a green wire on here? Yes, there is. So it's got to be if there's less than 10K. So yeah, you aren't going to fire up. Good, good, that's better. I like that better. Power's going to go here, so we're going to move you land makers to somewhere else. Yeah, I kind of need that one there, so I need to make this, put this back. Power is barely keeping up. This needs to get heated quick. What happens if I do that? Nothing, because I don't have that. By the time I get them, this will be heated up. Hello, Will Sonic. Well, maybe not. I should have those heat pipes, though. I'm out of water. Oh, they got used by the turbine, didn't they? Because the turbine requires heat pipes. No? Oh, because you're building them. The heat exchanger does. And it's building replacement heat exchangers. So you're currently carrying the whole thing, half of you. That stuff's gonna rot. I don't think I need you here anymore. I don't think I'm gonna have access anymore. I was doing that with the jelly in order to be able to get seeds, but I've got seeds now. We are running out of power. This needs to get hotter faster. I'm good. Let me know if you need a tour of the base. I'm doing well on Gleba. I think I lost the thing I was working on now. Yep, I had one of these that didn't have as many of these. Something like that. Well, I designed Gleba to be a bot-based solution. So I make the nutrients here, and I have a Kickstarter for the nutrients there. So in case I run out, and I'm making all the bioflux here, and I make the seeds and the mash here. And so this is the wrong place. So this can be scaled up. So I make these two here. Down here I'm making iron and the copper, and as we can see, it looks like I'm low on copper, so I need another one of these. Let me see, where's my copper being used? So production, copper ore doesn't get produced, but the copper bacteria which is the same thing. I'm consuming 6,000, I'm making 7,000, so I should be fine. But I need more copper plate now that I have that other thing online, and so I need more of these. So that can go there. Power is not in great shape. I have screwed myself several times trying to get this stuff going. So here I've just done it again by binding all this copper, all this heat pipe together, but it should be enough at 500 really soon to get back online. I just refactored it all, but you can see I'm making fuel from here, so I probably need another one of these right here. So this only requests, and I much prefer it this way, if the rocket fuel here is equal to 0. So if there's no rocket fuel on that particular piece of belt, then this chest is enabled to go get stuff. That way I don't have to deal with a bunch of spoilage. That was the biggest thing, is preventing spoilage. Alright, so we're at 550, so now we should be good. I don't think I'm making enough rocket fuel, so I'm looking at this thinking I need to make another one of these. And I have the mod that lets me move things out of the way, so... Now I should have enough rocket fuel to keep this going once I get it there, right? And then I have emergency carbon coming out of the spaceship if I need it. I have also emergency backup solar. This was an interesting thing, is that I figured out how to do the landfill stuff. Is I do that landfill thing, and I was able to figure out how to get that to be maximized, and I put a border around it so I could see what to do. I haven't gotten the more advanced one. Then I've got a larger one for iron. I got lucky. I could extend this even more, but I just wanted to put a cap on it, and I ended up with 6 of these that are next to each other. They're all throttled on how many are in the network. And so all the overage goes here and sits here until, you know, it rots because I don't process it all. So I've got those numbers too high because I haven't tuned it yet. And then this is a neat little compact blue circuit assembler. Each one of these is making 66 blue circuits a minute. So I'll need them for when I go to launching rockets. I got to do the same thing with LDS and rocket fuel. I think that could support a couple of rockets a minute. You know, a couple of rocket silos. I'm not sure. And all of these are triggered to set to only enable if this thing has plastic in its output, then this won't request anything. That way these things don't spoil as much, so I don't just constantly cycle through things. And that's the big lesson of Gleba, is to figure out how to limit requester chests or belts if using belts. How to limit these things so that they don't request things that just spoil and have to get recycled. Like you can see, this requested chest is empty. And this one is keyed off of how much, what is it asking? It's asking how much sulfuric acid is in the pipe. Why not just burn the spoilage? I do burn the spoilage. That's what this chest here does. It's asking for 200 spoilage, and then this thing is saying, if the global amount of spoilage is over 10,000, then just throw it in here. It's just throwing it away. Right? Because it won't care. But the thing I was seeking to reduce was the bot behavior. Because at some point my bot network would get saturated by having too many things moving around too much. So by limiting the chests to only request when the machine they're working for is active, then I don't get spoilage that then has to be removed and burned. And yeah, it's all free. And if it wasn't that it spoiled, I wouldn't put that in there. Yeah, I mean, this is doing the same thing as this is burning all my excess spoilage. Somewhere around here, I've got a bunch of spoilage sitting in a chest. I think it's right here. Yeah, this is requesting 8,000 spoilage. This is my emergency make spoilage thing. It bootstraps itself because one of my viewers pointed this out, is that you can make nutrients, although inefficiently, from an assembler. Because, you know, how do you get out of the situation where you need nutrients to make nutrients? Well, you use an assembler to make the nutrients. And it's very inefficient. It's, you know, 10 to 1 or something like that, 50%. And then you upgrade that to the one that's making 40 to 1 from the bioflux. So it's a delicate balance of, if the nutrients spoil, you have to make more nutrients. So how do you make it so that you don't make too many nutrients? And I'm still struggling with it. I haven't found the right balance for it. And this is clearly a benefit of trash unrequested. So, you know, there's more tuning to be done, but I'm in a good spot with this. Each one of these chests, here's a good example. This chest is disabled if its output chest has more than 50. So this is looking, each one of these is independent. So it's looking at this one and saying, do you have stuff in you? Okay, then don't request more. But then as soon as this drops below 50, this requests more so that these machines will turn on. Is that the best way to do it? I don't know. But I think it is better. And you know I love belts more than I do bots. I don't really care for the mechanics. This is like second generation type of solution for me. It'll get better over time as the years go by, as I play it more. I got to do a water refresh, so I will be back in a moment. And when I get back, I think I'm going to work on... Oh yeah, I got to work on batteries for lasers because I need to upgrade my defenses because these little fuckers are expanding. Back in a minute. Yeah, Pony, that might be a next generation thing, but I'm hesitating from. I'm using combinators here. Here's an example of where I am using combinators because this is a tricky situation here. When you're making this landfill, I mean, I've got a ton of Yamako seeds now, right? But when I was first starting out, I couldn't afford the Yamako seeds. I didn't want to take them out because if you take the Yamako seeds out of here, then you don't have enough Yamako seeds for the next season's plantings. So I use this combinator that says, well, I need two things. One, I don't want to make an infinite amount of Yamako soil. And I could just set this to say, you know, only run when I've got 50 Yamako soil in the network, which would be here, which is a great thing. I love this function of these things. But I needed a two-factor test because I needed to run this machine only when I didn't have enough soil and I had enough seeds in the network to cover it. Because if I had too few seeds, I didn't want to take out the original seeds, and if I had too much soil, I didn't want to make more soil. So I used the combinator that says, if I don't have 50 soil and I do have 50 seeds, then go ahead and allow the combinator to request the seeds and the nutrients. I have to say this planet would be a lot easier if nutrients didn't spoil. Because I would say that most of this logic is because of nutrients. So I'm kind of taking a shotgun approach with it here and saying, these are going to spoil, and I could reduce their numbers, but they actually need quite a few to make bioflux. They need, 15 and 12. So those numbers are kind of high, so I request 50 of them. Because when it runs, I need it to run. But in most of the cases here, what you're requesting is the nutrients, and that I find it a frustrating mechanic, although I understand that it's there, and that's okay. And people have complained, quite a few, that this icon telling me that I'm, don't have enough fuel tells me those flashing icons are usually for something's wrong. But like in this case, I've turned this machine off. This machine's not supposed, if it's not running, it's because I don't want it to run. Not that I don't have fuel, it's that I don't want it to run because I don't want it to request more shit that's going to spoil. So, if you imagine scaling this up and you had, like 10 of these things, you'd have bots, if you let everything, if you just let it feed it and then spoil, you'd have bots constantly shuffling spoilage away and constantly bringing nutrients in, or, resources in. And in this case, okay, it's going to bring them in no matter what, right? But if it was busy, like let's say I was at max production on this, which for some reason he wasn't running, not enough green circuits, not enough copper cable, not enough copper plate, not enough copper ore, not enough copper ore. You're all running full out, so I just need more of you. So if that other thing was running full tilt, then the bot traffic would be constant, I wouldn't have much spoilage, and it wouldn't make any difference. The bots would still be running at pretty much the same speed as if they were, as if I didn't have spoilage. They'd just be feeding things. So the checking, the limiter there, is not for max consumption, it's for minimum consumption. When a section of the factory is stopped because of overproduction, am I not doing anything? Is it costing me nothing? Versus the way things are, the way it would be without those limits, is that even when it's not building its final product, it's still shuffling spoilage and nutrients around, which I don't want to pay for that. Boundaries require extra stuff to run. As I recall, a foundry requires that the foundry, in order to run, requires that if you're going to do copper in a foundry, casting copper, I think, requires that extra calcite. Yeah. If it didn't need calcite, I'd use it more often, but I'm not playing that. I don't like the idea of needing my ships to shuttle shit back and forth. When I get to mega basing or speed running, yeah, I'm going to do that. But until then, I don't want to have to deal with it. I don't want to have to use supply lines if I don't need supply lines. And that's what a train would be. And I'll tell you, I mean, the fact that I did that I played with the ocean boats. Oh, so this is broken, right? No, okay, it's working. The fact that I played with the ship mod, I could have a platform that generates calcite. I could. But, it's kind of like modules, right? Your question makes me think about modules. At what point does a module become cost-effective return on investment? When do you add modules, and how long does it take to get value from putting modules in? Same thing there. You could build a platform that would generate the calcite, or you could run a ship, or you could do just a slightly less efficient thing and just fucking make the copper in an electric forge. Or an electric furnace, Because, shit. Also, these are all supposed to have these. And I forgot. Although I'm not sure I want to put them on the iron. Yeah, I screwed that up. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Jesus, I'm terrible at this game. I just wanted to undo the module insertion. Really? You fucker? I hate you. To quote Mikey. Also, the mower has been a huge benefit on this planet. I have not used mower more than on this planet. Thank God for that mod. Because, Jesus, it's a terrible life without it. Couldn't see shit when I first landed. Alright. Before I ran out of power, I was trying to make sulfuric acid so I could make batteries. And I had this. And you can't make regular batteries, so. Crap. I don't even know why I'm using prod mods everywhere. Because I don't care. I'm still short on this ship? Alright, well, I need more of these. You know what? Why am I using these then? If I'm short on them, and I'm not hurting for resources, because I can just plant more. Then why fucking bother with that? Okay, what's my ratio? So without that, I need something in here. So if I put a speed module in here, I had this done already once, and now I'm short. But now if I load you up on these, just to slow you down, now I'm at plus 24. If I take one of you out, I'm at minus 6. Alright, so I need all of you. And plus 24 is fine with me. Now I could put a prod mod in here. Can I get this down to less than plus 24? Okay, so that's too many. Alright, so plus 3. Alright, I'm good with that. So that's my ratio. So assuming that I feed this with water, which I will, its output is going to be sulfuric acid. And then I'm going to want to make batteries. Now, if I put a tank here, tanks for the memories, and then I put an assembler. That key feature is really nice. And I make it make batteries. That's not what makes batteries, though. It's a chemical plant. If I take a chemical plant and I make it make batteries, it's going to have plenty of acid, but it needs iron and copper. So requester chest time, and then the batteries have to go out somewhere. So we're going to assume that we're going to be pushing this south. You need iron as well, and you're going to get that sulfur. So to slightly decrease the workload, how can I lay this out? Because you're going to go here. The belt's going to go here. And then your output is going to go here. And so this is going to be for batteries. So you're going to request all the batteries in the world. You're going to be requesting copper. That's fine. Now you're going to be requesting iron. But we're going to put you one in each direction. And that will get you iron. That will get you water. Now I need to feed you. Now, is this gonna work? So you're gonna put that there. So this is gonna have to, no. You go here. Shit. That's gonna put you on the inside, because I can't do it if I do it down there. I need more water. Thanks, Pony. And then if I build more batteries, because batteries build slow as molasses here, and I need a lot of them, I'm going to do this. And I'm going to have you go here, you go there, you go there, and you go like that. That's facing the wrong way. That needs to go that way. We're still good. How many more batteries can I make with this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so with this setup, we can do 8. There's no reason not to. We'll at least do 4. Fuck it, why not? We'll do it live. Now, I gotta feed you sulfur. I've got a sulfur thing here, right? You're making sulfur? So I've got this interesting design. I could do that. I don't want to, so I won't. But I'll build you. So I need scrap. That goes there. And I need this here. And I need you there. You need to be set to read contents. And I don't care about crafting. I don't know why you copied that. And that goes away. But you were looking for plastic. Why are you looking for plastic? You're not supposed to be looking for plastic. You're supposed to be looking for sulfur. What the fuck do I do here? Duh. Oh no, I copied the wrong thing. Oh no. That's plastic. Alright. So this thing is making plastic. What the fuck, John? Where's my sulfur creator? This is my sulfur creator. See, now I don't like this design because you're measuring this. You're measuring this on this, and I don't want that. I want it to be like the other one. So I'm going to redo this. We're not going to ask you a question. I want it all locally contained. You should be enabled based on the amount of... Well, how do you even know that, by the way? This should not be connected here. You should be connected here. You are enabled... What are you producing? You're producing sulfur. And if your sulfur is less than 4, how much sulfur do you produce? Until you're stuck. 7. So basically, if you've got less than an output of sulfur, okay. That way I'm not tying this to the next thing, right? It doesn't matter where it is it's asking its owner, hey, are you satisfied? And if you are, then I'm going to shut off. And if not, then I'm going to turn back on. Wait a minute, you should not be enabled. I think you need to read contents including crafting. No, not including crafting. Okay, so you should be shut off. And I see the little red and green, so I can't tell. Okay. Alright, let's try that again, eh? No, stop. I need a blue, and 2 oranges. And then I need you to move here and here. And then I need to delete this and place that so that I can get the wires the way I want. The way I really, really want. And then I don't like how this wire is, so we're gonna move you over here. And we're gonna move you, not you, you. I'm gonna go there, that way this green wire is nice and short. But you need to be enabled. And you need to be enabled. And batteries. What falls off? Sulfur falls off. So if I was willing to do that, I could move it higher, but 8 is fine. This is producing 60 batteries a minute. Now, infrastructure stuff I'm building over here. I'm going to build a bunch of battery or lasers. So let's look at lasers. Can they be built? They can only be built in assemblers. So let's just grab the assembler blueprint, and we're going to build a few of them. Like 4. You're gonna make lasers. That tells me where the thing ends. Alright, so we're gonna set this to 100, and we're gonna set this to 100, and we're gonna set this to 100. We're gonna have 4 of these, so how can I arrange this in a way that I can take advantage of that? So those are all the feeds, and then these are the outputs. Unfortunately, I have not figured out a way to get this so that I only need a single output. If this was down 1, okay, so we know that works. If this was down 1, that gives me a big bunch of open space there. Not quite, eh? I'm kind of goofing off. I'm a bit tired now. That works. That gives me 1 chest and a small footprint. 4 production. They're kind of slow to build. They take 20 seconds, so... I like it. The pentapods I have not had a problem with, really. I've got my, I'm using... I wouldn't recommend coming to Gleba without mech armor, because you need the jump ability, because there's so much fucking water. Bring a bunch of landfill, bring a bunch of power, bring a bunch of stuff. Gleba is a mid to advanced planet. You can't come in here blind. I mean, you can, but it's gonna suck. So anyhow, with this setup here, I'm fine. They stomp me, I just move away. You know, it doesn't, my shields don't even go all the way down. They ding my shields, but nothing major. Notice I don't have any quality shit here. I don't use quality. Oh, yeah, no, I got it right. Cool. Now, because these things are dog shit slow, you want to see me go kill a penta? I think I have medium pentapods I can... Yeah, I think that's one up there. I don't find them to be that much challenging. The most difficult part of... the most difficult part of Gleba has been figuring out what the fuck all the stuff, you know, where you can build, where you can grow, because this is basically copper ore and this is iron ore, but you know what it looks like on the map. You know, the white stuff you can harvest, the yellow stuff you can plant in, the purple stuff there's nothing to harvest but you can plant there. That was, so this is equivalent of a massive iron ore field, because I could take this land and see how it's green versus red. So anywhere that it's rich purple, I can plant there. and I will be able to grow iron ore, the jelly nut. Versus over here, anywhere that it's, see how it's yellow, that's where I can grow. So that's where you place this machine, that it is a 3x3. It harvests in a 3x3 grid around itself, and it needs inserters and power. So it's going to take two. So I've considered, and kind of what I did here when I implemented this, is I put them on the outside edge, and they overlap each other. So I went, okay, the shape of this thing is that. So what I should have done is I should have put this here. And I should have put another one here. You know, I should have shifted these over so that I would get maximum. But as you can see, I'm not hurting. I don't have to make those as tight or as efficient as possible because I got plenty of fucking... And there's an advanced soil that you can turn everything that is kind of purple into useful purple. And everything that is kind of yellow into useful yellow. So basically, I could have a massive copper field here and a massive iron field here. So I don't need to be super efficient. That's one of the reasons I took those efficiency modules out. Yeah. I don't think I want you limiting on that. So how big is the stack? Stack is 50, so this is 500, 1,000, 2,000. So I will limit you to 1,000. And that way I have room for a call over if I delete things. Actually, yeah, because I don't need more than 1,000 of these things. I don't even need 1,000 of these things. I'm just going to limit you to 500. I could probably get away with just 100. Why are you purple? Because I'm out of power. By the way, in I'm not making enough power. Oh, because this one's broken. I didn't move it back. You're enabled if I have no rocket fuel on this belt. And you're enabled if I have no carbon on this belt. And you're enabled if I have less than 100 carbon in here. In all of this, if there's less than 100 carbon, which is not really ideal. So let's change that. Carbon is less than 2. That's recycling carbon. And that's recycling wood. There's no carbon. Good. What is in my storage? I don't like when my storage is not empty. When I don't have storage. Do you have any garbage in you that you shouldn't have? Also, as nice as this thing is, you cannot insert into it. That sucks. Hi, kitty cat. Alright, so this is not... According to this... I really want to move that out of the way. Getting water over here sucks. So, supposedly, this will tell me how much fuel I need. I should have barely enough fuel. So that should be fine. One of these can support not the right thing to measure. what calculation are you making? So that's not enough steam for that? One of these did not support 2 of these? I thought one of these supported 8 of these. Nope. Interesting. Alright, so you shut off because we didn't have enough jelly. So we're out of jelly. That's what happened. Who's in the negative? Jelly and that other crap. This stuff. We need more of that. Probably means we need more of this. Probably means we need more of this. Wowzers, this planet is something else, let me tell you. Don't need any of those. Kind of running low on iron ore. Not really. Just kidding. Kind of running low on copper. Oh, well, looks like I need to go do some hunting. Because they've come in from the north. So let me extend my radar network. See where they are, and go kill them. Hi, kitty cat. Also, that should have been repaired, and it was. How many lasers do I have? 110. How many is that? 7. Well, I didn't quite do that right. Why did I end up with 2 of those? Why did I end up with 2 of those? I grabbed the one place where it wasn't. Oh, that didn't work very well for me, did it now? Lots of opportunities to do that better. Oh, look, there's a pentapod. Small strafer pentapod. Anyhow, that's absolute garbage and I hate it. Yeah, I'll see what I can come up with in the future somewhere else. All right. Oh, you are being polluted. All right, let's go kill you. Just hip hopping away. You watching, Mucky? Wow, that's a lot of pollution. I'd better add in support for roboports. Did no steel? Oh yeah, because lasers take a ton of steel. Alright, I was going to make, rocket stuff today, but lots of other things got in the way. Well, that sucks, because I'm redoing so much wood. This is not working correctly. How did you get so much carbon? Let's come from the land. And now you should be disabled. Iron and steel seem to be in short supply, but yeah. I think once the lasers catch up, then that steel demand will go down. I think I'll set these down to 100. Alright, last thing I'll do tonight is to replace all of this with a laser design. I'm probably going to have something in here that screws me up. If that were just its normal thing. So what's my tileable design here? So I've got to be in that corner, kinda. So if I had just 1 by 1, I'd be off right here. Hello, Lord Vader. Well, what I did to solve the nutrients was I had a real problem with it until I learned this one trick. You can make nutrients in an assembler. And that is the key to this whole factory, is that this bootstraps everything. All you need is spoilage. And eventually, you will get spoilage. What's my magic tiling here? There isn't one. Unless I leave that off. But then you are screwed up. I don't like how this is going. Well, that save canceled my selection that way. Something wrong there. Alright, so these are wrong in some way. That'll be a reminder to me that I'm doing something wrong there, but I'm too tired to figure it out right now, so let's go find somebody to raid and call it a night. I will not be back tomorrow, Wednesday, but I will be back on Thursday, so hopefully you will come visit me. We are gonna see if Fluff Tapes is up to being raided. Haven't raided him in a little bit. Ooh, he's got spiders. All right, everybody. Thank you. Hopefully you'll come see me on Thursday. Thanks again. Bye.